Well, hello and welcome to my own magic review. Well, I'm Mike my own magic. Okay. Hey, if this is the first time you're joining us, well, let me tell you what my own magic review is all about. What I do is I review magic items that I buy. Okay, and that affords me the opportunity to say what I like and what I don't like about a particular magic item, and so I can be completely honest because I paid with my money. Anyway, what are we going to look at this time? We're looking at the Poker Test 2.0 by Erik Casey. Well, it's a pretty neat little packet trick. It is a packet trick, and with this packet trick, the general idea is that you're going to perform a little test with your spectator to see how their memory is. And it has several color changes. You're going to look at some blank cards. You're going to ask them if they remember the color of the back. It's going to be different the second time they see it than it was the first time, so you have some nice color changes in there, and then these blank cards change, and all the faces now have values. That's the basics of it. Of course, it's a poker test, supposedly, because it's a poker hand that's produced, and the testing part is really a memory test. So you can perform it just as Erik does in the presentations that he does on the demos, or you can, jazz it up a little bit, or make it your own story, as I have done, and let me show you. I went to my doctor's office for my annual physical. This year he gave me a very comprehensive test. He looked at my ears, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my other orifices, and said, "Mr. Maione, this year we're going to give you a cognitive test as well. Based on your age, I want to see how you're doing with your memory." Where was I? Oh, the memory test, yes. So he showed me some cards and he says, "I want you to remember the backs of these cards." And he showed me the faces. He says, "I want you to remember the faces of these cards." And he says, "Now I'm going to ask you some questions. How many cards are there?" I said, "That's easy. There are 5 cards." He smiled and put a little note in his book. And he said, "And can you remember the value of the bottom card?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. They're blank. That was a blank card." He made a little note in his book. And he said, "And can you tell me, Mr. Maione, what was the color of the backs of the cards?" I said, "Well, they were blue." And he made a note in his book. And he said, "And Mr. Maione, do you remember seeing the royal flush?" He made a little note in his book and he said, "The exam is over. You did well. You can go home now. Do you remember how to get there, or should I have someone drive you?" So there you go. That's Poker Test, my own presentation, and you can see I don't deviate much from the presentation that Erik suggests. It's a memory test. I show blank cards with a blue back, and then they turn to red back cards with a very strong poker hand, and hence Poker Test. What do you get when you buy Poker Test? This is the package you get. It's an attractive little package, has the cards in an envelope over here. These are gift cards. So you have a set of gift cards and instructions for the website that provides you with the presentation, as well as a way for you to make up your own cards, because if you use these cards a lot, obviously they will break down and you'll want to replace them, and you can make your own, which is one of the cool things and one of the bullets that I give you as a a positive feature of the product. So let's look at the pros. You get several dramatic changes. Well, yeah, two. Blank cards become a very strong poker hand, and the backs turn from blue to red. Dramatic color changes. That's nice. That's definitely a feature of the trick that makes it very attractive. It's compact. It's a packet trick. You can put it in your shirt pocket and perform it with ease. It's good for close-up. Good, but excellent for virtual magic. Excellent for virtual magic. It's very easy to perform. Look at the instructions. You'll be performing it in 25 minutes tops. And there are excellent online instructions that not only tell you how to perform the trick, but also how to make up spare cards and how to make up your own cards. And excellent resources there. And then what I like is you can make your own gift cards because you will wear them out. And even more interesting is you can make your own cards to suit your story. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to show you some cards. This is the face of the cards. This is the back of the cards. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions about these cards to see how well your memory is. Do you remember how many cards we had? Yes, we had 5 cards. And can you remember what's written on the very first card? The word please. You forgot. Did you forget, too, that the cards are red on the back? You did. Then I guess you've probably forgotten that there are words written on all of the cards. Please subscribe to this channel. And I hope you do. So there you go. You can, make your own cards to suit your own presentation. Maybe you're at a trade show and you want to talk about a product that has some special story, or you want to build something from nothing. Blank cards turn into a story of some sort. If you're artistic, you draw your own pictures on those cards, and I think you have a pretty good way to communicate a concept. So that's what I like about Poker Test 2.0. But there are some drawbacks, and the one that I think is, you have to be very careful about is it could be a gotcha trick. Whenever you're testing the audience or you're a spectator, you're not endearing yourself to your audience if you're belittling in some way the spectator. So if you can turn it on yourself, as I did in the first video, then I think you have a better shot at it. So if you want to think about the story, don't make it a gotcha trick. The other thing is it's a packet trick. I am not a fan of packet tricks. I don't like packet tricks at all. What are you going to do? You're going to take this packet out and that packet out and this pack. You can only get away with maybe one packet trick in a strolling set or a close-up set. So you want to be very, very careful. Now, what I particularly don't like about this packet trick is the cards cannot be handed out. And of course, that's the case in a lot of packet tricks, but take a trick like Color Monte. There's one. You can hand out the cards at the end of it. And to me, that's a more satisfying way to end the trick because you end clean. You're not clean here. So keep that in mind. If you work for somebody that's going to, if you're going to present to people who are going to ask you to, well, let me see your cards. Those aren't the people you want to show. You want to show Poker Test to. Overall, I give Poker Test 2.0 4.5 stars, and I take that half star off because it's a packet trick with gaffed cards. So again, keep that in mind. If you can perform it virtually, if there's a story you want to tell and you want to make your own cards, this is the perfect trick for that. If you want to buy this trick, it's $25. It's by Erik Casey. You can get it at penguinmagic.com, as well as most good magic dealers. I like the Penguin site because for two reasons. One is they do have some interesting promo videos that you can look at, which will give you some other ideas as how to perform this trick. And of course, they save when you buy something from them. They keep a history so you can go back and look at the videos and refresh your memory if you've forgotten how to present it, or if you want to just look at how to make the cards. You don't have to make the cards right away, but you might want to go back after they start to wear and learn how to make your own cards. So that's my word about Poker Test. Um, I'd like to remind you that I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. I'd love for you to give us a couple of likes. I'd love for you to share this video with your friends. And if you do subscribe, and I hope you do, please click the little bell after you subscribe, and then you'll be notified when we have a new review up on the site for you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed looking at a review of Poker Test 2.0. I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll have fun making magic until the next time.